Early season preparation. Hey, it all starts with the covert trail cameras, the big time feed. You're taking inventory. You want to know exactly what you're going to hunt. Because most of us think about the rut and evolve around it, you know, with those big bucks coming in, all necks all swollen up, they're chasing the girls. Early season. That's a good time to get on an old sad daddy.
I've been shooting pretty good for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I got season coming up in September 1st. Urban hunt down in Fairfield. Been trying to get everything dialed in.
We're headed to the natural state there in Arkansas. Jay Jackson is up to bat. He's self-videoing, and he starts out in an urban hunt.
1st of September today, but I got in an urban hunt down here at Fairfield Bay, so, but I gotta kill a doe first.
Right off the bat, Jay has a couple really good bucks all over him. And Jay's thinking he's got to shoot a doe first, but come to find out, he let these old sad daddies walk, and he could have shot them because he thought he was going to have to take a doe first. And unfortunately, he didn't have a doe to come in.
And I found out from the main guy that runs this, another guy that I know, he said they changed the rule a 1.5 years ago. You can kill a buck. So after all that yesterday, I ended up passing 2 good bucks for no reason that I could have killed.
So Jay didn't shoot in the urban hunt, so this time he's going to be hunting a little closer to home. Well, Jay got everything out, the big time feed, he's checked his covert trail cameras, he knows his inventory, and he's made a hay bale ground blind, something he has concocted himself, and hey, it looks pretty darn good.
Where it's at right there.
And here it is, a morning hunt, and like clockwork, 8 o'clock, here the bucks come. One cool buck he's got, he calls him the broken 10, but what has happened, he's got one good side, but the other side is kind of all dark and everything, but anyway, here they come. The buck walks in. Jay has just very little time to get prepared, but he's ready to let that elite eat and try out that new Raptor Trick broadhead. Sure enough, the buck gets out there.
Smoked him, baby. Smoked him, baby. I got the old broke up 10. I don't know what's wrong with his horns, but he had a good one, his good left side, but his one side's all rotten. Whew, I'm shaking. I'm gonna give him a little bit of time, but that new slick trick, man, I smoked it right in there on it. Love it. He ain't my biggest Arkansas buck, but he's going down. It all worked out this morning. Love it. Self-video style right there, baby.
Jay lets the elite eat. Hey, that Raptor Trick, he thinks he makes a good shot until he goes and looks at the arrow. Jay looks down there at that Victor arrow and realizes that he's got guts. Not much blood, he just looks around a little bit in that mowed food plot there. He goes and gets his good buddy, Junior Eddings, who has a dog named Roscoe, to come and blood trail that deer.
Made it happen. I didn't even look further back than I thought I did. I hunted for him a little while today and called up my old buddy Junior, and he had a dog. So we put the dog on the track, and about 30 minutes later, we found him laying in a pond bank over there. Just now got him drug out, so appreciate it, Junior. And we're gonna get him house and get him cleaned up and get these flies off of him. It's pretty warm today. Y'all stay tuned.
A special congratulations, Jay Jackson. Once again, you get it done. You've been with the Virtue for quite some time, and we're so appreciative. Suzanne, hey, we want to see you up to bat before the season's over. And I love calling and rattling big bucks in. If you like attitude that adrenaline rush, you're trying to fuel that fire, simply off the charts, then you want to get a dual game call. I grunt at him with the stretch back grunt call by dual, snort wheeze, and here comes Boss Hog. The stretch back grunter, the double back, it doesn't matter. Most of the time, early season, you're dealing with extremely hot temperatures. So scent control is so important that time. That's where you've got to really wash your clothes, do everything in a timely manner with the lethal, get everything lined out. Hey, and then also the enforcer, our little ozone generator. Hey, all these things help us prepare to get that old sad daddy. Now let's run up to Kansas, the Sunflower State, land of Oz, and join Clint Wommeldorf and his son Dalton. Over the years, it's been so neat to watch Clint and his son Dalton hunt together. We saw him evolve year after year, growing, and every year he manages to get a big buck. Well, this year he's got the Elite in hand, and he's 15. So this is going to be his last year to hunt on a youth hunt.
Well, we are on our way down the family farm. It's opening day of the youth season here in Kansas, September 2nd. Dalton's up to batting to see if he can strike again like he did last year. Some of the bucks are still in velvet, but some of them started stripping, we noticed on the camera the past couple of weeks. So hoping for another velvet one like last year, but we'll see.
Dad Clint, he's running the camera. They check the trail cameras. They know their inventory, all the different bucks in the area. And hey, there's this one particular buck they call the Big 7, and he's right there at the top of the hit list.
Here we are in Kansas. It's September 2nd. It's the first day of youth whitetail season. It's going to be the last year I'm actually able to hunt during youth season, but we're set up on the same exact stand we were last year, where I killed my first whitetail buck with a bow, and we're hoping we can get another one in velvet. We've had a few good ones showing up on camera pretty consistently, so we're hoping what we can do is we can set up and get on one early tonight.
Well, the first night to have this little buck come in just wasn't quite what they were looking for. It was slow, the temperatures were hot. Second evening, little horn buck shows back up. Hey, it's got a full moon. It's looking tough. Third night, hey, they got to change. The wind directions changed, so they're going to go to a new setup. They have some does in and out, but nothing's happening, no bucks. Fourth night, pretty much the same thing. They're hunting the same stand. Does in and out pretty much all evening. This full moon's killing them. The fifth day and the fifth evening of the hunt, they decided to go back where Dalton shot his buck last year. Sure enough, right off the bat, they have some fawns come in, a little raghorn buck still in velvet, and then here comes the Big 7. This is the moment they've been waiting for. He comes in and he's right to the big tine feed he goes, and guess what? Dalton's waiting on him with a victory tipped arrow with the old raptor trick. Starting to get late, Dalton pulls back, settles that pin, shoots.
Man.
Shoots him just a little bit forward there.
Whew, that was crazy. Last light. Well, that's probably one of the coolest hunts we've ever had. We've spent some pretty hard days seeing stuff showing up on cameras, and nothing wants to actually come out in front of us. We've been switching stands, and finally they decide to come where we've been sitting. We had perfect wind, perfect weather. It's been really nice out, and we finally got our chance, and I really hope I got a good shot on him, because he's a good shooter. Good job,
Man, I'm telling you, they don't know what to think. The buck just tears out of there. So they decide to go home, look the footage, review it, and decided to wait till the next morning.
Well, this is about where he was standing last night, and he ran straight back afterwards, so we're gonna go try to look for some blood, maybe the arrow, and see what we can find. About that far in, but broadhead broke off, so that could either be a good or bad sign. A little bit over here.
Well, next morning comes, guess what?
There he is. Not even 75 yards from where he
They
shot
don't
him.
go even 100 yards, even though it's a marginal hit. The slick trick raptor trick done its job. That buck went less than 100 yards, and there is the big 7.
Man, I was scared we weren't gonna find him, but he wasn't even far from where we shot him at. But this has been a fun year. I mean, we've come out 5 times, and typically I'm able to get one second or third night, but this one took a little bit of a challenge. I mean, we've had 2 different stands we've been hunting on, and one night we go to one stand and the deer show up at the other. One night we go to the other stand and they show up at the other. It's just been a constant battle, and this buck's been showing up on the cameras pretty consistently, and we were finally able to get a shot on him, which wasn't the best shot, but thanks to the raptor trick broadhead, it was able to get in there and work up on him and maybe hit an artery or a lung. Not entirely sure, but either way it got him down, and that's the important part. And I'm really thankful we were able to find him, and especially this quickly, since it wasn't a challenge to actually search for hours on end and worry that we weren't going to find him. So it's been a fun year.
Good job, bud. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Persistence pays off.
That's very true.
And right here is what it's all about, folks. It's priceless. Father-son, who has always hunted together as a team. Clint's done such an extraordinary job with Dalton, taking him hunting, introducing him to hunt, watching him evolve, and now he shoots the big 7 with that elite. Thank you for sharing the virtue with us. One more year here like this, it's amazing.